Hi guys, I think it's time that we go out to the shop and we talk. We are going to have a little shop talk. Hey guys, welcome to Shop Talk. What Shop Talk is, it's where we kind of take apart the scriptures, see how they were made, who they were talking to, why they were saying it, and see how that applies to us today. I really think that it's the way I operate in my shop. I don't know how to fix something until I know its intended use. I don't know how things work unless I take them apart. So that's what we're doing with Shop Talk. And, you know, Dixie's making me a great looking pour over here. I love sitting down with a cup of coffee and reading the scriptures. I love seeing what the Lord wants to reveal to me, and I think it's just such a blessing. So let's get ready for some Shop Talk, family. Hey, we are at a whole different place. You can tell we're got the Missouri River in the backdrop. We are at the end of Gene Leahy Mall in Omaha, the Riverfront Walk, the new walk. If you haven't been here, it's a blast. Dixie and I came up today, and we are just having a relaxing day. But I'll tell you what, when we have a relaxing day, we take the Lord with us. You know, we prayed on the way here. We prayed as we were walking, and there's a peace that comes over you when you submit everything to Christ. So again, Pastor Rich, this is Shop Talk. If you haven't subscribed, think about it. We'd love to have you as a part of the family. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Or if you got a comment, shoot a comment. Or if you watch it on Facebook, shoot a comment there. We'd love to connect with you. And I would love to know what your favorite Bible is. What your favorite Bible version, yes, but also what your favorite Bible is. See, I don't have my Bible with me, but I have my phone. The YouVersion Bible app is awesome, but I really like, it's called Bible Gateway. So, guys, I just pulled up the Bible Gateway. I'm like, Lord, what do you want us to talk about today? And I think he wants to talk about thoughts and thinking. Now, what's neat about thoughts and thinking is thoughts are like a noun. It's a thing, right? Thinking is like a verb. It's what you're doing to accumulate your thoughts. Now, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of things in life. If you catch yourself thinking about all the worst possible things that can happen, that's kind of useless thinking, isn't it? Because a thought has some truth behind it. You know, and the Bible talks about thoughts. The Bible, it's mentioned several times in the Bible, and when God talks about thoughts, the scripture I'm going to share today, he's talking about taking our thoughts captive. But also, he wants us to think good thoughts. He wants us to think pleasant things about him. So your thinking can go crazy. Have you ever noticed, I find this really fascinating, when things are just clicking, you are like, if you're a golfer and you're having the best round of your life, or if you play hockey, I love this, there's a boat behind us. If you play hockey and you're having the best match, things are just clicking, you're playing frisbee, and it's going right where you want it to go, are you thinking, or are you just in the moment? Because you already had the thought on how to do that, how to perform. Hey guys, I love this with the boat because I want you to know that Jesus wants to be a part of every part of your life. He wants a relationship. He wants us to think about him. We're sitting next to this beautiful riverfront thinking about Jesus, and I hope that boat's working okay. They went a little farther out and they're just floating. But we're going to go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. Now, I love this verse because when I get anxious, and I know when I'm anxious in Philippians, it tells us to submit it to Christ, and with prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, and then he'll take care of it, and he'll guard our hearts and minds. Well, our minds are where it's doing the thinking, right? But in 2 Corinthians, the Apostle Paul's talking to the church in Corinth. And remember, these are newer believers. Jesus was around 50, 60 years before this, and the Apostle Paul was telling them how to not get caught up in the things of the world. Have you ever been caught up in the things of the world? Have you ever stressed about what you watch on the news? Have you ever stressed about your taxes going up and all these things. Well, careful to base it on a thought and not just thinking, right? You can get off on your thoughts. Well, the Apostle Paul is talking to these believers, and he's saying, I'm in 2 Corinthians, remember, chapter 10, verse 5. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. That's our firm foundation. If you have a thought that's like, I wonder if God even sees me, my taxes are going up, I don't know if I can handle this anymore. Well, rest assured, if you read in the Bible and you have Jesus in your heart, He's not going to leave you alone. He's going to walk through it with you. So set yourself up against any argument or pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. You can't half believe in God. You're either fully in or you're struggling, but if you're fully in, God will help guide you back to that firm foundation. We all need to be in a firm foundation, right? It's so much less stressful when you are. And it continues on, it says, and we take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. So he's talking about thoughts, right? Thoughts are the noun, the thing that's already done. I have a thought about that. I'm thinking a thought, but the thought I have is I've already made my decision of it. So take every thought that you have, that how to make money, what you're doing with your life, where you're going to eat. Take every thought and go, hey, does this glorify God? Am I submitting my life to Christ in this thought? Let me give you an example. This last week, I got a 71 Ford F-250. I love tinkering around on it. It was a farm truck, then it was an acreage truck, and we did a lot of things to make it more comfortable. We're getting it to run good. The carburetor never has been great. I was using it to haul some metal, right? And I stopped and I tried to restart it. Well, it backfired. It backfired and caught the air filter on fire. Well, I caught it. The hood was up. I see these flames. I'm trying to put the flames out. I ended up using a fire extinguisher. Just don't worry about how this ends. It was kind of a funny story. But as I'm walking in to the grocery store I was outside of, I wanted to borrow their fire extinguisher, right? I was not panicking because I already had the thought. I've experience. I've seen this before. Unfortunately, it's an old metal truck. The hood's metal. There's nothing. If this would have happened to one of my newer cars, I'd have been panicked because the front end would have been melting off. There's not hardly any plastic on this truck. So I knew that even if my air filter burnt all the way off, it wasn't going to catch the truck. The truck wasn't going to blow up. Although people around me thought it was. They called the fire department. Met the nicest people that jumped off the fire truck. And met the nicest manager at this grocery store and the Little Caesars Pizza. I dropped my pizza. Anyway, they gave me a pizza. It's a funny story, but I'll tell you what. I took my thoughts captive. I wasn't panicked because even the manager at the grocery store was like, well, I could tell it wasn't too bad because you weren't panicked running in here. So they loaned me their fire extinguisher. I put it out. I took the fire extinguisher off, put it on the ground, started on fire again. The fire truck pulls up. Everything was already taken care of. So the moral to that story is, I could have let my thinking go crazy. I could have sat in the truck. I could have just stood there and screamed. I could have had the fire department, even though I had it out, spray my whole truck down with water. But that would have been more harmful than good because God had given me a thought. And I knew it was based on reality. You know, we believe in Jesus and that is faith. But there's enough things that happen in our life that we know that Jesus it's real. It's a true thought. It's something that we can rely on. So I hope you guys catch this today. I hope you had a chuckle at my fire story because it was kind of funny. Truck needs a carburetor, but you know, God's good. I got the metal there. I'm so blessed to even have it. But what the Apostle Paul's talking about, demolish every argument, every and sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. That is on purpose. That is something that we do. You have to be active in your faith. You can't just sit back and let God come to you. God wants us to come to Him. So, even if you're enjoying yourself at a beautiful riverfront, in a historic Missouri River, in historic Omaha, Nebraska, take Jesus with you. I challenge you this week to, in the comments, let me know what kind of Bible you use. I'd love to know if it's ESV, King James, NIV. What do you use? And do you use your phone? If you use your phone, what app do you use? I love that I have all the different versions right here in my pocket. I can't tell you how many times Dixie and I are sitting and we're looking at something beautiful, and you're like, okay, God, what scriptures are there that contain water? And you just Google it or something, and then you can look it up in your Bible, and it just makes you in relationship with God, right? So, love you guys. I love the God you serve, and I'm just so excited that Jesus allowed us to come here and just hang out today, and I know He's with us. He's an ever-present help, even in a time of need, but even in a time of relaxation. You take care now. Bye.